So today I'll be sharing the books that I plan to read in the month of November. So welcome to my November TBR. Let's get started. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's Rachel here. As always, hit that subscribe button so you never miss a thing. That's if you've not done so. And you can like this video so that it is referred to other viewers as well, and you can also share the link to this video so that other people can watch it. So like I said, today I'm going to be sharing the books that I plan to read in the month of November. Most of the books that I actually plan to read were taken from my October TBR, and I even made a video of my October TBR, but I never got to post it because of the things that happened in the month of October. You can go and watch my previous videos just so that you can get an understanding of everything that has been going on and that is currently going on in Nigeria. But for the purpose of this video, I will just say that we will continue to speak up and lend our voices to the End Police Brutality and End Bad Governance movement in Nigeria. Like I said, I'm going to be talking about the books that I plan to read. I don't know if you guys have noticed, I've not really done a lot of TBR videos in the past, and that is because I've always adopted a spontaneous approach to picking books, as much as I also have TBRs too. So I do have a list of books that I intend to read in a month, but then I find that sometimes I end up being spontaneous and just picking any book at random, and that led me to stop making TBRs of books that I plan to read. But because things have really been busy in the past 3 to 4 months, and even in the country at the moment, I decided that I was going to continue doing TBRs just to get myself more organized, and just so as to not spend a lot of time trying to decide what book I'm going to read next. Honestly, it really helps to just save time, and it helps me be a lot more organized, and so that's why I'm making this TBR video. So I'll be quickly sharing the books that I plan to read in November. So my plan, in line with my reading goals for 2020, is to read at least 5 books this month of November, and I'm hoping that I will be able to achieve that. Work is really crazy at the moment, and there are other projects that I'm working on that I'm trying to launch in November as well, which I will let you guys know in time. But I'm really hoping that I get to read at least 5 books, and I'll share with you guys the books that I plan to read. First up, I plan to read The Fisherman by Chigozie Obioma. This book was shortlisted for the Man Booker Prize in 2015. I talked about this book in my video, which went up a while ago. It's titled My Current Reads. It's going to form part of my November TBR because I'm reading it in November. It's the story of, I think, some brothers who... It's set in the 90s in Nigeria, and the story of some brothers who go and start playing around some forbidden river, and then they meet a visionary madman who then sort of prophesies that one of the brothers is going to get killed, and it turns into this twist of things. So I'm really excited to get into that one. Next up, which I also talked about in my current reads, is Nigerian Soldiers of Fortune by Max Yolun. It's a political history, historical non-fiction account of the Abacha and Obasanjo years, and it gives a lovely window and expose into Nigeria's political history at this particular times. This is the 3rd installment of Max Yolun's Nigerian history books, the first being Oil, Politics and Violence, the second being Soldiers of Fortune, and this is the 3rd one, Nigeria Soldiers of Fortune. We picked this one as our book of the month of October for the Readers Hub Book Club, and I'm excited to get into it. I couldn't read it in October, and I know that I'm going to read it in November. I'm just hoping that I can finish it before the book club meet of the month, which is going to take place the first Saturday of November. After that, I'm going to read Transcendent Kingdom. It's by Yagiasi. I'm excited to finally get into this one. I was really hoping that I could read it in October, but alas, life happened. I read Homegoing this year, even if it was published, I think, in 2016, and I absolutely loved it. That was one book that I pulled literally an all-nighter for, and at 5 o'clock, when I finished reading it in the morning, I was so like, oh my goodness. It was beautiful writing and beautiful historical non-fiction at its best, and so I'm excited to see whatever Yagiasi has to offer. So this one says, as a child, Gifty would ask her parents to tell the story of their journey from Ghana to Alabama, seeking escape in myths of heroism and romance. When her father and brother succumbed to the hard reality of immigrant life in the American South, their family of 4 becomes 2, and the life Gifty dreamed of slips away. Years later, desperate to understand the opioid addiction that destroyed her brother's life, she turns to science for answers. But when her mother comes to stay, Gifty soon learns that the roots of their tangled traumas reach further than she ever thought. Tracing her family story through continents and generations will take her deep into the dark heart of modern America. Transcendent Kingdom is a searing novel about a family ravaged by forces both within and beyond their control. It is a story of love, loss, and inheritance, and the myriad ways we try to rebuild our lives from the rubble of our collective past. I can't wait to read it. I definitely will share my thoughts on this book with you guys. I cannot wait to read it. Next up, I plan to read Love in Color by Bolu Babalola. I'm excited to get into this one because it's a collection of short stories, and it looks relatively short to me because the font is like not that small and it's spaced out throughout the book, and I've seen really good reviews on it, and I was hoping to get into it in October, but I could not, so I am excited to. It's a collection of love stories, I guess, and it's like mythical tales from around the world which are retold. So I'm excited to get into this one by Bolu Babalola. I've not read anything by her, but let's see how it goes. Whether captured in the passion of love at first sight or realizing that self-love takes precedence over romantic connection, the characters in Babalola's vibrant stories face up to and navigate this most complex human emotion and try to capture its intangible essence. Bolu takes a step in decolonizing tropes of love and creates new stories inspired by the wildly beautiful and astonishingly diverse tales of romance and desire that already exist in so many communities and cultures. Transporting us across continents and perspectives, this collection shows that humanity, like love, comes in technicolor. Whoop! I'm excited to. Please, if you guys have read any of this book so far, don't tell me any spoilers. Just let me know in the comments if you liked it and how the reading experience of the book was for you. So I've shared 4 books that I plan to read. The 5th one is Maza Mengist's The Shadow King. Yes, I've heard so many amazing, beautiful things about this book right here. I love the cover of this book. Like I'm not even one to judge a book by its cover. I'm not one to fall in love. Like, I really don't care how. Look, you can give me a book that literally has no cover and I couldn't be bothered, but this particular splash of colors is just so amazing, and I love it so much. This one and Love in Color, the 2 of them, I was so excited when I saw them, and I'm like, I definitely need to read it. I've heard so many amazing things about this, The Shadow King. You know, Laila Lalami says The Shadow King is a novel about war and history, both epic in scope and intimate in detail. Maza Mengist has a gift for rendering everyone in this story, resistor and invader alike, with great nuance and complexity, leaving us with no room for easy judgment. A wonderful book. So I cannot wait. I think it's set in Ethiopia. That's old Ethiopia, and I cannot wait to read it. I will share my thoughts with you guys on it when I read it. If I'm able to get into all of that, then I will read the 6th book, which is Kintu by Jennifer Makumbi. I know that I recently got The First Woman gifted to me. It's one that came out in 2020. Of course, I've not been able to get to anything at all, even though I plan to in October, but I'm excited to get into this one as well. So I will let you guys know how it goes. Oh my goodness, all these books are so juicy. But if I'm able to get through this 5, then I will get through this one. I will keep you guys updated, obviously, as time goes on, so that you guys can know. I've heard so many things about Jennifer Makumbi, and I cannot wait to read and share my thoughts. So these are the books that I plan to read in the month of November. If you have read any one of them, please let me know in the comments. Let me also know what you plan to read in the month of November, so I can ginger you to read it. And by ginger, I mean encourage you. That's like Nigerians speak for encourage you to read it if I think that it's very interesting. So please share with me. I'm excited to know what you guys are going to read this month in the comments. Thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to hit the like button and share it with your friends. I will see you in my next video. Bye.